Hey, it's Henry from exceptionalmarketer.com. And today I want to talk to you about something called fast results traffic. This is how to get quality traffic at your fingertips. Now, the fast results traffic we're going to be talking about is part of a program called the Mass Traffic Blueprint. Now, at one time, the Mass Traffic Blueprint program was on sale for almost $1,500. But today you can get it for free. If you click on the first link in the description below this video, you'll be able to get your own copy of the entire program, Fast Traffic Blueprint, for free. And it does exactly what it talks about. It has a number of methods about how to get very fast traffic to your offers, to your web pages, and to your promotions. So today I'm going to talk about one small facet of the program, and that's called fast results traffic. You want to get traffic to your offers as quickly as possible. Now, why do you want to get traffic there so fast? Well, if you've got an offer that is a very good offer and it really does succeed, you want to know that as quickly as possible because you don't want to waste time with it. You want to scale up. Now, there's certain types of traffic, which is very high quality traffic, but it's not fast. For example, if you want a blog, you can create a blog. It may take you months or even years to get your posts ranked. So you may have to wait that long to see results. But with this fast traffic, you're going to see the results right away. Now, this traffic is paid traffic. You do have to pay for it, but I believe it's well worth the expense, and I want to show you all about it. So let's take a look to see all about fast results traffic. So why do we want to deal with fast results traffic, the sources which I'm going to show you right now? Well, first of all, there's no complicated algorithms. You just basically go to the source of the traffic, order your traffic, and you're done. You don't have to get qualified. You don't have to rank. You basically pay your money and you get your traffic. Depending on how much you want to spend, that's how much you get, and you get it immediately. There's no weird hoops to jump through. You don't have to go through anything. You just say, this is what I want, here's how I want it to go, and you're done. It's very fast, and the implementation is simple. Anybody can do this. You don't need technical skills, and it can take you, in some cases, minutes to set up. You can promote virtually any product or offer. These sources of traffic can be found for any offer you can possibly imagine, and you can get immediate traffic. And it's got a very low cost of entry. As of this recording, the cost of entry to get these types of sources of traffic is still very low, and it's very fast results, which is what we want. We want to get these fast results so that we can see really quickly whether our campaigns are going well, if we have to tweak them and make adjustments, or if they're really going well, we may want to scale them up in a hurry and buy more traffic. So what exactly is fast results traffic? What are some of the sources of fast results traffic? Well, there are a number of them. The first one is called influencer traffic, and that's the one I'm going to be talking about right now. I'm going to be making additional videos explaining some of these other sources. But the first source I want to talk about, and the one that's going to be the subject of this video, is influencer traffic. Now, some of the other sources are 24-hour traffic media. You can get traffic within 24 hours. You can have something called the social siphon method, which I will go into in a future video. You can have display traffic media, which is an entire course in its own. And you can have PPC, which pay-per-click traffic, where you can actually go on a pay-per-click network like Google or Facebook, and you can actually pay for the ads. But again, these are extremely fast sources of traffic, and it's also high-quality traffic. So let's take a look. What is influencer traffic media? Well, first of all, influencer traffic media is a source where you can quickly get your offer in front of millions of prospects virtually on demand. And what you want to do is you want to go with the hot platform. Now, influencers are people who have large followings on particular social media networks or other places. These are people basically of influence that have a lot of people following them. And what you want to do here, the strategy is basically is you want to use these people to get to their followers so you can present your offers and promotions in front of their followers. So these people are basically going to be the middleman between you and your prospects. So what do we have here? What type of influencers do we have that we can approach? And these are the people I'm going to talk about in this video. Well, you've got Instagram influencers, you've got Facebook influencers, YouTube influencers, Twitter influencers, bloggers, and podcasters. So let's start with the Instagram influencers. Now, you can go search on Instagram and you can see people who have millions, literally millions of followers. And you can check and see what their posts get, what type of engagement they get. And some of these folks on a single post can get tens of thousands of followers. So the idea is you want to hire these people, so to speak, to present your offer to their followers and hopefully get a very good return. So there's a couple of sites that you can use, which I want to show you. These are sites that are not all that well known for finding particularly Instagram influencers, but you can actually use them to find other types of influencers as well. You can find Facebook influencers, YouTube influencers, and Twitter influencers. And really the thinking in all those cases is exactly the same. You want to go to the person, the guy or the gal, who's got a lot of followers, who has influence, who's built trust with these people. They like him, they follow him or her, and you want to use them to get to their influencers, to get to their prospects or their followers. So let's take a look. Here is a site. The site's called brandsnob.com, I believe, or .co. And here, this is a unique thing here. They have influencers come to you. You know, if you're brand new and you have no idea how to go about finding an influencer, you don't have to worry. This site will find the influencers for you. Basically, what you have to do here is you let them know what you're looking for. What is your product? What's your product looking for? You know, what are you selling? Who's your market? And they will find the influencers from their database, and those influencers have the connections to the people you want to get to. So what will happen is they've got influencers. Look at this. They can reach 400 plus million Instagram subscribers in the United States, United Kingdom, Europe, and Australia, which is where you want to be. These are top tier countries. This is where you want to be. And basically, all you have to do here is insert your information. You can tell them what it is you're promoting, what you have. They'll take a look at it, and the influencers will then contact you and say, here's what I can do for you, and here is whatever cost you're going to need to come up with to get that done. So that's one way to do it. Here's another site. This site is called upfluence.com. Here, you can actually go find influencers. Now, these people have access to literally millions upon millions of influencers. So again, you go through, you set up an account, you go through, you get started, you follow through, and you can find influencers here. Here are some of the companies that deal with this site to find influencers. You can find the best influencers. These people actually have vetted the influencers out for you, which means you don't have to worry about finding the influencers. They'll find the best influencers for you. So when you're talking to an influencer, you're talking to somebody who's already been vetted out and is proven to be legitimate. They'll run your campaign. Some of these will even make up the campaign for you. You can go into here and search through these. They'll even make up the campaign. They'll even produce a video for you. They'll do just about anything you need to get influencers. It's really, really a great site, a great way to find influencers. Here's another one. This one is called scrunch.com. Now, Scrunch also will help you find influencers, and Scrunch will help you find influencers in all different social media markets. You can scale up with them. You can start very small with them. So here you go. Here's some of the markets: TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and so on. So again, there's no shortage of these people that will do this for you. So you can find a ton of influencers if you want. Now, you can also use Twitter to find Twitter influencers. And on Twitter, you can do the same thing. Find the people who have a big influence, have a big following, a big crowd, and use them to get your message out. But with Twitter, you have to be a little bit more careful. Twitter's a little bit different because on Twitter, there are, unfortunately, a lot of fake followers. So somebody may have 100,000 followers, but you don't even know how many of those are real. So there's something called Twitter Audit. This is another website you can use called TwitterAudit.com. What you do here is you put in the name of the influencer you're looking for, and they will do the audit. They'll let you know how many of those people are legit, like here. 98%, 93%, 100%. These are different people. Like, for example, this one. This is called Science is Amazing. He's got 93%, which is real followers. And they even break it down. He has 183,000 real followers and 13,000 fake followers. Obviously, if somebody's got a 20% score, that means of all his followers are only 20% are real. You really want to avoid that guy. Now, the bottom line that you should be looking for is you should never go below, say, 70%. So if somebody has 100,000 followers and he's at 70%, your message is going to be seen by 70,000 people or potentially 70,000 followers. But again, this will help you pick out the right person you want to deal with, and it'll save you from a lot of different headaches getting the wrong people. So you want to be very careful and you want to use that. Now, bloggers. Bloggers is a very great source to get very high quality content. And you can do this in a number of ways. First of all, to search for the good bloggers, all you really want to do is go into Google search, type in your keyword, whatever your keyword is, how to raise tomatoes plus bloggers. Put that in, you'll find a whole list of blogs in your niche. And you can see from the ones that rank high, those are the ones that are getting a lot of traffic. You can check them out on a site called similarweb.com. You just put in the URL of that blog and you can see how many visitors they get every month and what countries the visitors come from. So you can always target high tier people. Now, with bloggers, you can go about using them in two different ways, one of two different ways. One is contact them to see if you can put a banner ad on their website. Sometimes you can buy a banner ad. You can get a 250 by 250 banner ad and place it prominently on somebody's website, and it may cost you $100 to have it sit there for a month. And this could be a website that gets 1 million visitors. So you could potentially have 1 million people see your offer. So that's one way you can do this with a blogger. The other way you can do it with a blogger is if a blogger has an email list. And you'll know that because they'll ask you to subscribe once you get to their website. So if they have an email list and they have a large viewership of their blog, you may want to contact them and ask them if they'll do a mailing for you to their mailing list. Let's say they've got 50,000 subscribers on their mailing list. You can ask them, what would you charge me to send an email to your list promoting my product, assuming the product is high quality and it's a product that is of interest to the people who read your blog. And again, you may get these people because they may not be making any money on their blog. They're basically blogging because they like doing it. You may be able to pick up some very, very inexpensive email drops that can net you a lot of money because they're going to very, very targeted potential prospects. You can do the same thing with a podcaster. Now, podcaster is a little bit different. What you want to do with a podcaster is you want to find a podcaster who gets a lot of views, a lot of subscribers and followers the same way, And what you want to do there is you want to sponsor the podcast. They'll say, this is podcast number, 38 on this and this topic, and it's sponsored by XYZ Company. XYZ Company is a top brand promoting such and such a product, and you get a sponsorship, and they mention you throughout the podcast as that podcast sponsor. And again, you can get really fast traffic, and you can find some of these podcasters who will do this at an extremely reasonable price for you. You do not have to empty your bank account to get that sponsorship. Now, what do you track? Once you do this, what do you want to track? Well, basically, there's really three metrics you want to track. You want to track CPV, which is cost per visitor. How much did it cost you? If it cost you $100, you got 1,000 visitors. What's that? 10 cents a visitor. Cost you 10 cents to get a visitor. Now, a visitor is the lowest level. The next thing you want to do is you want to track cost per lead. If you've got an email, those are leads. Those are people who have an interest in your product. You want to track how many people signed up. Again, that's another number. So if you spent $100 and you get 100 leads, you now cost you $1 per lead. And then finally, you want to do CPC, which in this case stands for cost per conversion. You want to find out how much it costs you to get a sale. So again, you spent $100 to get 1,000 leads, and you got 4 sales. So it costs you basically $25 to get a sale. Now, if you're making a $100 commission, this is a winner. You're going to jump in and go crazy with this thing. But you need to track these. Now, why else do you want to track them? Because if you're using more than one influencer, you want to track the influencer against each other and see which influencer is giving you the best results. So again, it's like when you test ads, you use different headlines to test the best ad. Here you're testing the influencers against each other to find the very best influencer. And once you've isolated the very best influencer, then you scale up with that one influencer. There, you can spend a lot more money and get very good results, but you constantly want to keep tracking. So if you've got some value out of this video, and I hope you have, please click on the subscription button down below, click on the notification bell. You'll be notified every time I do a new video, which I do on a regular basis. Also, if you'd like to get a free copy, this is 100% free, of the Mass Traffic Blueprint course, the entire course, please click on the first link in the description below this video. Until I see you next time, best of luck.